Next one, number 2, outline the Mahayug, right? So we have usually 4 yug, which makes the Mahayug. 4 yuga, firstly we have the Satyug, then the Treta Yug, the Dwapar Yug, and then the Kali Yug, right? You have to mention them, of course, here, which makes the Mahayug. Now, if we see the situation in the Satyug, it was like near to perfection, we can say. Near to perfection in the Satyug, they were really perfect. Life span, you see, was really very long. People were living quite même après 100 ans, right? But then it decreased throughout with time in the Treta, in the Dwapar Yug, and of course in Kali Yug, lifespan in bien diminué. And in the future years, almost if you know, pense at the end of almost the end of Kali Yug, lifespan il peut plus diminuer encore, il peut venir vers 30 ans, 20 ans, something like, right? So this is the, you know, the differences in the yugas, Satyug, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali Yuga. Now, in the Dwapar Yuga, when Krishna, etc., came, it is like almost the end of the virtues. Good Nunena, the Draupadi Chirharan, where Draupadi was being disrobed. There was no respect, no honoring of the woman, right? So that was, you can say, the near end of the virtues, of the values, or human values, you call that. Right? So you have to outline the yugas, what is there in the yugas, comment la vie était in the yuga, right? So you get the marking scheme. Nanizao Satyug is regarded as the golden age, where there was righteousness abounded, it was easy to attain moksha. Then the second is the Treta Yuga. It is a quarter of dharma lost. 1/4 of dharma we lost. And third, which is the Dwapar, there is only 1/2 and half of dharma. And in the final, that is the Kali Yuga, there's only 1/4 of righteousness, right? You can also mention that cow, if you remember. If you remember the cow I told you, standing on the 4 legs, c'est Satyug. Et comment nous rentre dans Treta, we stand on 3 legs. Dwapar, 2 legs, and Kali Yuga, 1 leg. That's why we have the imbalance. You can use that analogy here to explain, right? To explain it. And you can write like in Treta Yuga, when Ram came in Treta Yuga. There were problems like, you know, Sita was kidnapped, right? But malgré Sita was kidnapped, Ravan was not that kind of the wrong person to do something bad with Sita, right? There was still that kind of distance or respect. You have Lakshman, who never saw the face of Sita, and there was that respect. But quand on arrive dans Dwapar Yuga, then with the example of Draupadi, right? No, things changed. And like in Kali Yuga, you know, every day we hear things, what are happening, the crime rate and all. So you have to outline a bit what is the 4 yugas and what has happened in the yugas and what is happening today, including the wars to say you can add here, right? And after that, of course, there is supposed to be destruction. After the Kali Yuga, there is supposed to be destruction. And then there will be regeneration encore, when recreation again, when we are going to start with this another Satyug again. This continues like that. No? That's why we can't say how old this creation is. Even our age, no? Okay, that's a very abstract. Next question. Explain why Hindus might believe that it was easier to follow dharma in the past. Of course, it was easier. Imagine ourselves in the Satyug. That was too easy to follow the path of dharma, right? People hardly know about our dharma. People were perfect. They had few thoughts, few words. They were doing few good actions, right? But then with the passage of time, our dharma cropped in, and we know the situation today in Kali, right? So it was definitely much easier to follow that in the past. People in the past, they were also, the aim of life was moksha. But today, if we ask people what is our aim of life, people can rarely say that, yeah, it is moksha, but that they have other material desires or objectives, right? And people in the past, of the past, were very, they had satisfaction, contentment, satisfaction with whatever they had. Maybe they had a small hut to live. Maybe they got only food for only 2 meals, 2 times. No, that was enough for them. They were satisfied. Contentment, satisfaction is one of the form of devotion, right? So for such a person following dharma, they had a very simple life. Following dharma, getting moksha, that was an easy stuff, but not today. No. Today we need a big house, lots of things in the house, material things. So tant que nous involved in materialism, the moksha will be very, very far, right? So, and since we have been born in Kali Yuga, we have those negativity, you can say, those bad qualities, those negativity in us already, right? Sinon, peut-être ne pas là, we would have got moksha somewhere, right? So, yeah, you can discuss about this question. Next one. Assess the claim that a dharmic society, that's a society qui follow dharma, is an ideal that cannot be achieved. Is an ideal that cannot be achieved. According to me, it can be achieved, no doubt, provided all of us, can't say all of us means if we talk about Mauritius, for example, if all of us, that is everyone, irrespective of age, irrespective of sex, irrespective of religion, of caste, if everyone we work for it, it is achievable, right? But comme on nous disait tout à l'heure, since we are born in Kali Yuga, nous déjà avons some traits of Kali Yuga, some qualities of Kali Yuga in us, right? That will make it difficult to happen. A society, a dharmic society, a righteous society, right? When we are born in this material life, and we get trapped in this materialism. You can refer to the golden lid here. as stated in the Isha Upanishad. There is a golden lead between the seeker and God, right? The golden lead with the materialism, with the Maya, right? So this is the materialism or Maya becomes the end barrier between the seeker and God, between the devotee and God. Tant que sa barrier là, sa golden lead là is not removed, we can't see God, we can't reach God, we can't get moksha. Right? So in our society, yes, it is very difficult to have a dharmic society without war, without hatred among people within one religion or bien two religions, in a hatred, someone wants to overpower the other one. It's difficult, but n'est pas quelque chose which cannot be achieved. We need the help of everyone, right? We need the help of everyone, of humanity. To be able to achieve this dharmic society, religion will not help here. It's my point of view. Religion will not help here. Being a Hindu, being a Muslim, being a Christian, or whatever it is will not help here. We just have to be human. To be human, nous mettre religion aside. Parce que de nos jours, today the reality is what? Religion peut divise la société, peut divise nos pays ou bien la société, or dividing people. Par contre, the meaning of religion is what? The meaning of religion. Religion means something which binds us together. That is the aim of religion, to make people, to make Hindus bind to be together, to make Hindus and Muslim and Christians be together. But religion is not serving its purpose today in Kali Yuga. It is not serving its purpose. S'il it peut serve the purpose of binding people together, patipuena, hatred, disturbance, ou bien la guerre, fight, whatever, among religions. Patipuena sa, right? So for me, one important thing to do is, we should do actually, to put religion aside, right? Ne que seulement values, put into practice values, like truthfulness, la vérité, forgiving, respect. It can be in terms of respecting people, ou bien nature, whatever. Then society can become a dharmic society. Mon papa dit non plus que nous pas suivre nos religion. Yes, nous suivre nos religion, whatever. That can suivre fully, yes, that is not a problem. But to achieve that level of dharmic society, my point of view is really religion should be kept aside. That is not the way. Moi, si there is a comment on appelle ça, une renaissance, no? The reawakening, ou bien re-education, relearning of people of the society. But that will take a long time. Ça peut prendre beaucoup de temps pour nous faire ça relearning, re-education of people in our society. In the past, people, whether they were Muslim, Christians, Hindu, whoever, they were living peacefully together, right? Even they were celebrating festivals together. In India today, still we have many Muslims who celebrate Holi. Parce qu'il y a an Indian, part of an Indian culture, so they are Indians, they follow that, they do it, right? So, ça qui est plus important, the virtues for a dharmic society to be achievable. If not, it is really difficult to reach that level, right? Well, you may have your own point of view, like I told you one. For me, religion, we need to put that aside. You may have your own views. You definitely need to write it, right? But now, if we talk about an ideal dharmic society, we also talk about the Varnashram Dharma. Varna, that is the caste, the Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra, and ashram, the Brahmacharya ashram, Grihast, Vanpras, and Sannyas ashram, right? Do you think that it's really possible to follow those rules of those Varna and ashram today in Kali Yuga? Personally, for me, no, not possible, right? We are not perfect, so we can't expect us or others to live a perfect brahmachari's life, a perfect grihasti life, or vanprasti or sannyasi. But what can we do? Whichever things are within our reach, which is possible for us to practice, we can do that. If ne pas capable faire 100%, does it mean that I shouldn't do at least the 10%? No, I should, right? Then only society can become the good society or the ideal society, right? But in our society today, we see corruption, we see discrimination based on caste. Même dans une seule religion, si vous êtes dans toute religion, il y a un problème là, that in our caste discrimination, you are from low caste, high caste, blah, blah. So like this, we cannot attain that dream of having a dharmic society. We have to put aside again that caste thing. Caste is just there, jati, ou bien plutôt varna is there for a proper functioning of the society, right? But if we really want that peace, harmony in the society, the ideal society, we should see everyone equally. Como Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, like we need to see God in all. There should be equal vision towards all. Right? No discrimination, then only society can be the dharmic society, the ideal society. If not, we cannot achieve it. So we'll have to wait again for the Satyug to come, then to have a perfect society, right? But est-ce qu'il est vraiment a dream which is not achievable? It is achievable. It is. But chacun prend son responsibility here. And of course, charity begins at home. If it should start at home, respecting maybe, if we take and virtue, nous prend, disons, respect. Si le papa pas respecté maman, les enfants là qui pour apprendre. That's it. Et c'est ça même qui continue dans la société. Lui aussi, il pour faire la même chose parce que, children learn through actions, through examples. This is what is happening today. To some negativity, problems, dharma we have in the society. Because we learn that partly, we learn that from our parents, grandparents. Oui, en général, bien sûr. And don't forget that since we were born here in this Kali Yuga, we have some qualities of the Kali Yuga. And of course, the ashram system is very difficult to follow nowadays, right? Where will we send the brahmacharis in a very calm, peaceful place? N'a pas existé, I guess, in the world, because there's deforestation everywhere. There is we are constructing buildings, infrastructure. We don't have that, Gurukul type place, right? But do we really need such a place? In somewhere far in the forest or so? Do we really need such a place? Can't it be in the building of the school, of our house? It can be. We need to find ways, other ways of practicing the same, teachings in Ananda Veda. We should find ways for that, right? Even the vanprasti or the sannyasis, they are supposed to leave their house, but as you know, they can even live in their house and live and navi vanprasti or sannyasi. It's possible, right? So if you have other ideas also, you can add here. And of course, write something also on education. Education is bien important to have a dharmic society, right? Without that, we cannot think of such a society, right? Voilà, these are the two questions.